Hi and welcome to Friday's live trading video. I'm sat here with the guys in the trading room. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock and I'm not actually seeing anything here that's clean enough today after yesterday's big down move on the euro on a 5-minute chart. We see it's having a nice enough bounce here at the moment, but I've not got anything tangible to get my teeth into. So looks like I might be sitting back and playing a waiting game today until the news comes out a bit later. But we'll see. You never know. Things do change as you go through the morning anyway. For now, I'll press pause, come back later. Okay, just back, and I've not done anything here this morning. It's now 10 to 10. I'd sort of taken that decision early that, well, the markets were a bit rubbish this morning, and I'm just going to sort of take a step back and play a waiting game. As we can see, the euro got into its hourly 20 here and has had a nice sell-off actually, but I didn't have anything major to tell me to want to sell that, so I'm quite happy sitting back. And it could be, I was just saying to the guys in the trading room here, that maybe the euro carries on selling off as we go through the morning, but we're into mid-morning now. I'm really not too fussed about getting in when we've got the highly anticipated news today. So I'm just going to play a wait and see game and see how we get on a bit later. So it looks like it's going to be I'm just going to be waiting for the news at 1:30 today, so we'll wait for that. Okay, just back, and it's now 23 minutes past 1, so haven't bothered trading today. Not been too much going on. We had this one down bar on the euro, but other than that, as you can see, it's just gone sideways for 4 hours here. So we've got 6 minutes till the news now, so I'm going to turn these charts off so I can see them all off screen, and I've got it all spread out then, and we'll see how these markets move on the back of the news. Okay, so we've only got a few seconds to go here, so we're just going to wait and see which way these markets are going to go. Is the euro going to go up? Is it going to go down? All depends on the news. So the euro's going up. No, I can't say I'm overly surprised there. So today, but we're just going to watch it a little bit, because sometimes you get an initial move and then it decides to do the opposite. But maybe the figures weren't quite as good, or they were maybe just came in line. I haven't got the figures yet. They're coming at 4.1, so decent, but probably not quite what the market was hoping. So it looks like I'll be getting on the long side of the euro, but we need to see a little bit more upside. It's not doing too much just yet. Yeah, the forecast was 4.2, yeah, so it's coming at 4.1, so it's not done too much yet, but let's have a look. 28, 35, it's holding okay, but nothing too major going on at the moment, I must admit. Okay, might start to dip our toes in the water. Okay, nearly there, nearly there. What I'm basically doing is I'm watching both the euro and I'm watching the pound off screen. I'm watching the dollar yen off screen. So I'm not just watching a single market. So I'm wanting to see how each of these are behaving in relation to these GDP figures. So the euro's up a bit, the pound's up a little bit as well. So, but we're not seeing anything too great just yet. But I think that's where we're going to go. So I'm going to have to get long. Let's put one unit in. So 1 unit long euro dollar for now. We've had divergences in the background on the euro here today. So I'm going to be long euro. It's got some upside targets up around about, I'm estimating around about 116.70 or so. I'm going to pop a stop down here at 22. We've got in at 35 or so. So let's just get a stop put in. I'm just doing that off screen at the moment. 116.22. The reason I'm not in any sort of major rush just yet is there's not been too much of a push just yet on this euro. So I've only put the 1 unit in so far. I'd rather pay up a little bit higher if that's the case than load up right here when it's not doing too much. So we carry on watching for now. We've got that first unit in at 36, and but if it can hold up a little bit better, then I'll put some more in. This is looking a little bit more encouraging. I'll press pause for a moment here on the video. Okay, so still not put another unit in yet, because I was just saying to the guys in the trading room, we've come in basically as expected, or marginally off. But as you can see, the euro is now coming down. So that's my stops down at 22. So if we get stopped out, we won't lose too much. We only put the 1 unit in. If that is the case, we could still reverse the whole strategy yet, because it means that the dollar yen's turning back up as well, and I could still yet be getting long on dollar yen. So it looks like I've just got stopped out on the euro dollar here. So let's take a screenshot of that. Okay, so I've just got nicked out for £122 on the euro dollar. So yeah, it seemed like it was like a bit of an effort to move up earlier, but still not. Come on then, if you're going to go down, then push on down. But we're going to have to carry on waiting here. It's maybe it's still having to think of it. Maybe it's still thinking, oh, okay, I've got to take some stops out that's just built up down there. We'll soon see. But if it comes back up again, closes on the outside of the bands or whatever, then I'll look at getting long again. It could just be a bit of noise there, but we've not had a lot just yet. The nice thing is I've only put the 1 unit in on that first trade, so I've got plenty of chips to still play with, so to speak, here, and because that was a tentative one there and would have built it if it had carried on. This time though, we've come down, it stopped me out, but it's reversed immediately, so if it does come back up again, then I can go in probably with 2 this time. I'll just press pause again. Okay, so looking like the euro's just about going to close on the outside of its bands there on that 5-minute chart. So it has. So let's just see here, fingers on the trigger. Just want to see if it can not just come straight back off, but I'll put a unit in now actually. So I'll put 1 unit long again there, this time at 33. If we push up just that little bit more, then I'll add in again and get a 2nd unit in this time. So let's see. These markets have done too small a range so far today, so they should do more range yet. So in one direction or another. So let's see if this euro can get. Just got the 1 in at 33. I'm not going to put another one in it unless it can push up a little bit more. So I'm just going to get that stop sorted out whilst I'll bring it up over this time. We've got a bit of time here, haven't we? 1:16, 20. I'll put the stop out this time. So we'd like to put at least a 2nd unit in, and then we'll see from there. But at the moment, it's still very sluggish. We've had just a little bit of an up bar there, which might be a hint that actually this does want to go up. So my finger is on the trigger to add a 2nd unit. Okay, fingers on the trigger here. The price action isn't that compelling, is it? But we're going to have to see if it picks up. Okay, so let's get that 2nd unit in at 35. Okay, so we've now got 2 lots in here. 1:16, 20. Okay, so as far as targets are concerned, we've got targets are way up at 1:16, 70 odd. So there's plenty of scope to the upside on this one. 1:16, 70 odd. So we'll just have to see on that. I shall press pause for a little bit here. Okay, so the market's it's moving up a little bit for us now on these 2 units that we've put in. So just still monitoring it at this stage. Targets are way off, like I said, off the screen really, but so that could still take quite some time to get to. But we're still monitoring at the moment, seeing whether I still put a 3rd unit in yet or not. Okay, just back, and with the euro has been coming up. So we're up in the 50s now, still targeting up in the 70s though. So this could actually take until Monday to play out, to be fair to it, looking at the time of the day and where it is and everything else. But I'll keep the video running for the time being. We'll come back to this a bit later, but it could well be if it pulls back, whatever. We'll sit on it. It's the trade's absolutely fine to hold on to until over the weekend, so we may have to do that. But anyway, we'll leave the video running for now. I'll just press pause for the time being. Okay, and just back, and it's now just coming up to 10 to 5. So this has been a long old day today as far as actual trades are concerned, but this trade is running quite nicely now. We're up at 60 odd. We got in at 30, 33 and 35, but we did get that initial stop out. But it's running well now. So we're sitting in about, I don't know, 250 quid or so of profits at the moment. So by the time it gets up there, it'll be closer towards maybe 400, I guess, 380, whatever it'll be. Now, like I've already said earlier on, if it can't get up there today, then we'll have to, I'll hold it into Monday. I don't have any qualms about holding this into Monday, so we'll just see how it goes for now. Okay, and just back, and this euro dollar, it's been up as we've seen. I've now got back in. It's 6:45 in the evening. I've been out and about most of the afternoon, but we need to bring this video to an end. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of the account where it is for today. Let's go and have a look here on the euro dollar. So what we had there was that earlier loss when we got in at 36, got stopped out there at 20. Well, the stop was at 22, so we got stopped at 21.4 with the spread or whatever, and then we've got these positions in now. So it's, as it currently stands, we're sitting up for the day. I said earlier on, if it goes up to target on Monday, then it will be nearly £400, I should think, if it gets up there on Monday. But I think these markets are all done for the time being, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and see you next week. Goodbye for now.